What's up, people, and welcome back to the channel. This is SJ's Corner. Today, we'll be going through the performance of Marvin Harrison against the Dallas Cowboys, and especially focusing on that nasty route he had in the red zone for his only touchdown of the day. It's a guy that's had his struggles, especially this season, with drops, concentration, and being able to get open, not necessarily get open consistently, but being able to make contested catches. People have pointed to the fact that maybe Kyler Murray is the problem. I mean, we've seen how Jacob Brissett has come in and being able to run this offense to a point where they're executing on a higher level. But I think it's a bit of a mixed bag, and the fact that Marvin will be the first one to tell you that there's been some plays that he wasn't able to make to help Kyler out because we've seen those drops, especially. And maybe you can say Kyler hasn't, really tried to get him the ball early enough in the game to get him going. Or you could look at the offensive coordinator as not making or calling plays that take Kyler's eyes towards Marvin Harrison, but that's besides the point. This is one of his best games this year, so let's just see what he was able to do. So starting off here, I think one thing you'll notice is the swagger he was able to play with because he was getting the ball early in this game. I believe 6 of his catches came in the first quarter alone. So when you get yourself going, you get your juices flowing, you're able to feel confidence in your abilities and, express yourself. Um, Before we get into the video, actually, do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, and like the video. It really helps go a long way to push this video out. I'm going to be pushing out videos midweek at least, if not more, going forward, really trying to stay consistent with this. So yeah, help out the video, help out the channel, hit those likes and the subscribe button. So yeah, let's get right into it. Right off the start, we have Marvin at the bottom of the screen here. And I believe he's going to run sort of a stop route. You kind of see what he does here from the start, sorry. Just a zero release off the bat. Gets vertical, and he's going to be physical. He's a big guy, 6'3", 6'4". Uses inside arm to swat the DB and just make the catch. Right, and this is a guy, right, where similar frame to Tetara McMillan on the Panthers. We're not certain of how fast he is because he never ran a 40. But he can get around, and if you can just, especially with the background of his dad and being able to run routes, if you get your body position, you're able to be a productive player at this level. Right? Here again, another comeback. He just beat the DB when the DB was kind of pressed up on him. And now the DB's playing off coverage, and he's just coming off the ball real hard, and he's going to drop his weight. And that is one of his ability. For a guy that's so big, he's able to drop his weight and get out of, breaks. Here's the nastiest route I feel like he's ran, especially since he came into the league. There's just so many different nuances I'm going to go through here and what was able to set this up, right? So again, I always talk about a certain motion. If you're a basketball guy, you know what this is, especially on a crossover. It's more of a rhythm thing, okay? We want to mess with this DB's eye level, his patience. That's one of the traits of a good cornerback is their patience, being able to just lock in on your hips and, just read it so they don't get beat easily, right? And how do we disrupt that? If you listen to a guy like Kyrie Irving, he's always talking about how to be effective with his crossover moves is he needs to change the rhythm of his dribbles, okay? So there's always a certain rhythm where you go like this, and then on the critical moment where you're trying to make the defender miss, you need to go from that rhythm and, change it up quick. So I always refer to it as slow to quick. Okay, and that's something you're going to notice. Just watch him full speed again from Marvin Harrison. Slow. And look at that change in tempo, change in rhythm, change in speed. Even though the Deron Bland is the cornerback here, you can see he's not high. He's in his proper posture. trying to be patient. You can see he's very like how focused he is right now. But the whole notion of Marvin Harrison slowing down, looking towards the quarterback and then back at the DB quick, just throws him off, right? I refer to almost like a shock factor, a scare tactic. I'm behind the door, you don't know I'm there, and now I come out and boo, So again, look at him. Comes off the ball, nonchalant, looks, look at that split look towards the line, like it's just, I mean, this is play action as well. So he does a good job of selling this because he knows how much time he has, right? Making it look, oh, I'm just blocking. And then he looks back at the cornerback, and now he's starting. And look, the cornerback is still locked in on him, focused, right? But because of that change in rhythm, that change in focus, and how quick he does it, look how quick that is. The DB has no choice. Like, it's just like, oh, shoot. And it looks terrible. I promise you, he's trying. Look how focused he is. He's locked in, right? But again, that nonchalant, oh, I'm just blocking, nothing fishy's going on here. Look towards the line of scrimmage. You can see him now starting to drive and pump those arms. And it's quick 1-2. And just, oh man. You might not see a better route and set up like that all year. Right? And now look, he's feeling himself. Right? And this is all a chasm of him getting the ball early in the game, getting his confidence up, not having to think about my first catch and if I have to drop it because the first target is coming in the third quarter. Okay, so again, he's at the top of the screen now, and you see him getting off the ball fast. It's almost like a double move. If you think it is, I don't think this is a double move, more of like a stem. Okay, getting off the ball fast, stick, and now dropping and back out. Right, using the DB's leverage and hips against them. Look at how many times he turns the DB around. This is a fantastic route, right? And this is a confident Marvin Harrison. Look at how, like, it's crazy. You know? It's a simple sit route now. He's at the bottom of the screen. Look how fast he gets off and then drops his hips. 1-2 now. Look at how this affects, sorry. Let's go back one more second. Look at how this route and how abrupt and fast. Again, this is the shock factor. Look at how much it affects his DB. Look at, he's almost stumbling again, right? Listen, he's a great prospect. The award is his oyster. He's definitely had his share of troubles in terms of concentration drops and stuff like that. Next thing for him is just to have that confidence and consistency, knowing his quarterback is always going to come to him. And then when you get the ball in your hands, be a football player, make plays. Sometimes I feel like he's just trying to catch the ball. You're a big guy, right? Use that, to your advantage. And yeah, man, he could be one of those guys that goes on and he's very, very productive and successful and a perennial all pro. That's what is expected of him. But it's a battle. Is football is not just a physical game, it's mental as well. So kudos to him for this performance, and let's see if he's able to build off on this. So yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit that like button again, subscribe to the channel, and share this to someone who you think might find this interested. See you guys on the next one. Peace.